Our motto has been like no stone unturned right now.
You kind of talked about your roster build a little bit. You got 12 players on campus right now. You're aiming for 30. Can you kind of talk about that roster you have so far and just the players you brought in?
Yeah, so the kids that we brought in are obviously all transfers from other schools, various levels, divisions. I think a lot of kids, the new program thing was a selling point to them, something that they can be a part of and help build like the foundation and start, this spring. Like we had a team meeting last week and this is a non-traditional spring, right? There's 12 kids here. Like we don't even have a soccer ball yet. We just did our order.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit non-traditional spring, but it also gives us an opportunity to kind of get things started and organized before our freshmen and some of our other transfers come in the fall. I think it's going to make it easier transition because we'll have some familiarity. So that group of transfers, they're going to have a good influence on how we do things, and we want to help. Like I want them to kind of make it their own a little bit as well, with obviously my guidance, but we want them to have a good influence on what we do as a program.
Will the roster eventually stay very local based in Michigan, or will you start to diversify a little more once you guys grow as a program?
I think obviously with the amount of talent we have in Metro Detroit, on the club and high school side, it's easy to stay local and find kids that are good enough and can compete and hopefully help us push us towards GLIAC championships and NCAA appearances. But our motto has been like no stone unturned right now. We have some pretty cool scholarship opportunities at Wayne State with bordering states and countries to the Great Lakes. So
Wow.
some in-state tuition for anybody that is touches a Great Lake. So that includes Ontario and New York, technically, and obviously the obvious ones, Ohio, Indiana.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely look to expand. We are not in a situation where it's only Michigan kids or we're only going to be international. We
Mhm.
just want the best players that fit kind of what we are trying to do and want to be here. We want kids that want to be at Wayne State. Midtown, if you haven't been down here in a couple of years, is awesome. The development and the changes and the growth. It's a very urban campus. We get a lot of kids and parents that once we get them on a visit, they're like, "Whoa! Like I had no idea it was like this." It's just getting them on campus and showing them around. So we're pretty open. It's gonna obviously there's always gonna be local ties, especially with my background and our staff's background, and but that doesn't mean if there's a kid from California that's good enough and wants to come to beautiful Michigan, we're gonna tell
Yeah.
her no.